Happy New Year, Aquarius, and welcome to your general tarot reading for January. I have missed you guys. I wasn't able to do a general reading in December. I so wanted to, but there was just so much going on with me personally, but including the growth of my business, and I did so many one-on-one readings. That was an absolute blessing, both November and December. I was able to see so many of you on a personal level, and that's brought a lot of growth and blessing to me. I don't know why I'm tongue-tied at the moment, but also I know so many of you emailed me to let me know that you were really blessed by the readings. So I have been craving coming back into this more collective universal space so we can talk about the general energies and the general archetypes. So I'm really glad to be back with you to do that. So happy new year. As I said, a couple of notices before I get into your tarot reading. As promised, I have recorded a video that just goes over my services on a very broad high level, lets you know what I offer and how to work with me. Just want to highlight that my MP3 tarot reading, it's a mini reading. I record it, I send it out. It's very, very popular. People are very happy with that service. So do check that out. And I know a lot of people who are engaging with me on the YouTube space are not UK or London based. So you can still get readings from me via Skype or FaceTime. You can check me out and book a reading on my website. It's nicoleblack.com/services. I would love to work with you. Is there anything else? Yes, there is. I am currently doing 15% off on all my tarot readings at the moment. So if you have been thinking about starting the new year, you know, really looking at your year ahead and what you want for yourself and where you're at, then I really encourage you to get a reading from me and use the discount code, which is MGK as in magic 15. Okay, cool. So yeah, now we can get into your Aquarius. So general messages for 2018 for you. Ooh, first card out is awareness. Okay, so let's get some more. What other overall messages do you have for the year ahead? What would you like to communicate to Aquarius in these three cards? Okay, interesting. You've got Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Wands in reverse, Justice card in reverse. Interesting. I'm going to leave that there. Your energies for the year. So, what's in your heart, Aquarius? Nine of Cups. Are you unhappy, loves? A little discontentment. What's on your heart, Aquarius? What are you thinking about victory, though? You guys are still striving, perhaps, for that happiness. You've got... oh, wow. This card's come out so much. Wheel of Fortune. And the Magician. Okay. I like. A little bit more. These two. Oh, someone's hurt. But wanting an offer of love of some kind, of still wanting to share love, I think is the message there. Okay. Let's look at what are your obstacles this month. What's challenging you? Creating some drama. Your ruling energy, the Tower, Uranus. Card. Three of Pentacles. Interesting. What else is happening with my Aquariuses? King of Wands. This card has come out in every reading so far. Any other challenges or obstacles to Aquarius? We've seen this card. And the readings I've done so far, Six of Pentacles, Four, this is back, interesting, Four of Swords, and Two of Wands. Okay. Okay. What's the advice for you? What's the advice for Aquarius? Oh, your cards are a little resistant. You not want any advice? What's the advice? Okay, wow. And they came just falling out. Okay. 6 cards. The Queen of Cups. The Devil card in reverse. First time I'm seeing this month. 6 of Swords in reverse. This feels like a set. 2 of Swords I've seen. The Death card is back. 2 of Pentacles, interesting. So the signs are getting some of the same cards this month. And yes, I have shuffled well. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, Aquarius, I've done loads of readings today. My throat is starting to dry up. I just had a very tall glass, about a pint of water, to get me through the rest of your reading. So, I'm busy reading quite a few different messages. I'm going to try and get through these as quickly as possible, to be honest, because there's a lot to say. Okay, so awareness card is your first card. This is the card that is the energy for 2018. This is about you acquiring deeper self-knowledge this year. I feel like of all the signs, I sometimes feel like Aquarius is maybe least self-aware, and I don't say that to offend you, but I think that's because your focus is so external. You're thinking so much about the collective or the future or the world or what you're building or what you need to do. You aren't the sign that is necessarily introspective as much as others. Now obviously this will be countered by what your moon sign is, for example, or your other astrological and planetary placements in your birth chart, but thinking of the Aquarius archetype generally, you aren't the sign that necessarily does this so much. So this year is calling you to knowing yourself much deeper, knowing yourself on a soul level, on a spirit level, but also knowing yourself in a way that reveals the universe's secrets to you, a way that opens up the mysteries of the world and opens you up to the wonder of the planet and the universe. That's what this is about. So really beautiful energy. You've got the 8 of Pentacles here as well. This sees you working really hard, but this is positive. I don't feel like this is a burdensome work. This year is about you working on the things you want to. This is your own business. This is your creative projects. This is the family situations, like working towards the balance, the harmony that you want, the security you're looking for, like whatever it is. I see you being very focused in 2018. You're clear, Aquarius, and you're like, I know what I'm going after, and you seem really content to work towards these things. Ace of Wands, the card that always reminds me of the phallus. You've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. Well, this is definitely the energy of potential. This is new beginnings. This is I feel like this feels, that's funny, right? Because I always say this card reminds me of the clitoris, and this card is always the phallus for me. And so to have these two together obviously is then thinking about like the universal energies of creativity and production and birthing. But also I see the phallus here, well, let me stop calling it phallus, but I see it as kind of splitting the veil. This is a thing that will be new insight for you, but in order for you to get it, I bought some clarifiers. And of course, what did you get? New vision. So it's definitely an energy of bringing new insight, new energy, just kind of as you start to peek behind this veil. That Ace of Wands card this year will split that veil open so you see things fully. You know, like I said, this is spiritual energy, the wands, fire. So yes, you are going to see the mysteries of the universe, but you're also going to see your past. Therefore you're going to see your spiritual past, your past life energy, your karmic debt. You are going to see what is imbalancing you, what are you needing to correct in this life, what's your dharma, what's your purpose. Okay, and that's why you're needing to cultivate this awareness, because this awareness is what will show you this, so that you can show you your past life energy. That is, I'll let you see the card more closely so that you can get to this new vision, new beginning. Okay, The last card in terms of your energies for 2018, Justice in reverse. Time for balancing things out, Aquarius, but in your partnership specifically. Also, when I'm looking at this, it feels very much like your romantic partnerships, you know, coming. Aquarius, look, you know you're the sign that I've been banging on about, like about love, divine love, partnership, soulmate energy. It's been you guys more than anyone else every month. And when I do these readings, I come back with the, have you loved up yet? Have you coupled up yet? Have you found your divine life partner? And if you haven't, what's blocking you? That's what I'm always trying to talk to you about. That's what this is saying. Bringing the justice, bringing the balance back into your partnerships. So let me show you in the many clarifying cards that came out. The Miser as the first one. Yeah, you've been holding on to your treasures. You've been holding on to your own stuff. You've been holding on to your own heart and your own energy, and you're trying to be with someone but have your own, and you know, kind of you know, stay independent whilst together. That's what you've been doing. That's what's helping to create this. But what card do you constantly get, Aquarius? Constantly. The Lovers. Okay, look, I haven't actually seen this card this month yet, and you guys are the first to get it. It's like God is really, I was gonna say God is desperate. God's not desperate, but God really wants to give you this divine love. This is what you are incarnated for. That's what you're here for. You're here to experience this, and this card is practically stalking you. I did a personal reading for an Aquarius, was it last month? And for that person, I think the Lovers card came out 2 or 3 times, like in one single reading. You guys need to give in. And not give in, it's not the right. Surrender and enjoy divine love and partnership. Because this is what it brings for you. The warming energy of an abundant life that you can share, and that this person wants to share with you, and that will light your world up. It won't be a trap. It won't block you and close you down and stop you, but it will give you a deeper experience of your now. For you, Aquarius, who is always thinking about the new, the next, and the future, God wants to bless you with a now, with a love that is about now, sharing and enjoying now. But you got to stop this. And I must say that you guys, this is part of your overall energy for the year. So if you don't listen now in January, it's just going to keep coming back. Round and round. It may even be your karmic issue. Okay? Alright, so what's in your heart? Aquarius is dissatisfied. 9 of Cups. What's going on in your personal life? Particularly, it's not necessarily home. This isn't really the home environment, but it is routine. It is day to day. That's why home came into my mind. So it's not specific to the home, but it is a kind of everyday dissatisfaction. You're not happy. Something is amiss for you. Doesn't feel like depression though. It doesn't feel like devastation to me. It feels like something being out of place. Things are a little bit out of place. But Aquarius, you are feeling motivated to succeed. This is the card of success. And I see you with your eye on the prize, so to speak. Whatever it is that is missing from this picture for you, you are steadily working towards it. You are interested in achieving and acquiring it. You believe that change is possible in your situation. And you also see yourself as powerful enough to create it. I'm excited. I don't even need to tell you, oh, Aquarius, you can manifest, think positively, blah, 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 blah. You know, the magician here is like, I know my power. I know I've got that fire. I know that I can create. I know that the energy of the year is this. Yes, it's this coupled together. Look at that. Very powerful. So you're good, you know. But you're also feeling a little heartache, Aquarius. Somebody hurt you, said something painful, falling out. This could also be the past, doesn't have to be present, but you're hurting. As always with your sign, I don't think it's crippling you, you know, in a way that is stopping you altogether, but you're feeling it internally. But you seem to have this real determination this month, in the sense of you kind of still want to give of yourself, you know, like you're not, this energy seems to be thawing out for you a bit, and you are, Page of Cups is a young, you know, immature or novice kind of attempt to deal with the emotions, and this very playful. So I feel like there is a part of you that's like, I want to give in these situations, but I don't want to get too bogged down, you know, like I don't want to end up drowning in the feeling of it. Or if I, you know, I want to be able, sorry, wrong card, I want to be able to just give this much and it be enough, you know. I want to just be playful and light and be in the enjoyment and the celebration of it. I don't want to be weighed down by the heaviness of emotions. That's what you're avoiding, I believe, Aquarius. But still wanting to give, just wanting to not get swept away. You don't want to be in the Cancer Scorpio vibes, you know, like you just want to be fun. Okay, so your obstacles then. What's the obstacle to you? The Tower card in reverse. Aquarius, there are some upheavals, disruptions, things changing rapidly, unexpectedly, new information, shocks, just things just changing from the left. One week you were doing this, and next week you're doing something else. Like things are turbulent for you, and you are feeling it mostly on the internal level. I think you're maintaining your ground externally, but internally you're feeling like this. I think also, Aquarius, you're feeling like you don't have the support and the partnerships that you really need in order to do and create what you need to create the foundations, the buildings, the projects that you want. You don't know who you should be partnering with. You don't know where that support is going to come from. You're a little, it's like this has collapsed, you know, this whole platform, this structure in your life has fallen, and now you don't know, like, who would you even begin to rebuild with? That's your question. King of Wands is back. It's come out every single reading I've done today. Here's the King of Wands. This time for you, I feel it as an archetypal energy of someone who works, definitely. Someone that you would respect, because this is you. And the King of Wands will certainly, you know, work. Why do I say it in that way? I don't mean it. It's not King of Pentacles energy though, you know. It's like King of Wands is someone who will maybe get dirty. Like, that sounded way more erotic than I wanted it to. Okay, but someone who will kind of, you know, get messy is a better word. Who will, you know, graft or go at it label-wise. And so you respect this person for sure, but their opinions are leaving you feeling like this. It's different ways I'm reading this. In one sense, either they're too opinionated and you're feeling the weight of their judgments over you, and it's got you feeling, you know, trapped or second guessing or doubting yourself, or you're feeling the burden of having to prove yourself to this person who you do actually respect. There's some scarcity, Aquarius. I feel like this is money energy. Either you're very worried about not having enough right now, or even if you do, you are maybe remembering times when you haven't, and also you're still worried about maybe going back to that, and maybe there's not even any real threat of it, but you've still got that trigger going on for you of, I ain't trying to struggle like that no more. But I think some of you are actually genuinely like, I don't see the money to make ends meet in this current moment. You've also got the Two of Wands. A lot of obstacles for you guys, to be honest. This is you looking out into the world. And I pulled some clarifiers. The challenge here is you're looking out. You don't quite see the energy of change that you're seeking. You're not seeing it come through from the universe. And the journey that you're having to go on seems long and hard and treacherous. And so the world and looking out may not necessarily look super inspiring. It looks challenging to you in this moment, and you're not wanting to do this. Four of Swords, which is rest, meditate, be peaceful, allow the answers to come to you. No, You are split in your mind. This card comes up for you in your advice, actually. Two of Swords. This is you being mentally split, not being able to decide. This is you wanting to really push forward, get out of this situation, move on to something else. This is you wanting to prove that you are the master, you are the boss, that you were right to make the decisions that you made. You want to prove yourself specifically to this kind of energy, this person who doubted you, criticized you, said you couldn't, didn't believe in you, whatever it is. What's the advice? Well, interestingly, it's a little of a deviation, I felt, from what your obstacles are in some ways. Why is that? Because I feel that your obstacles, Aquarius, are more, well, not necessarily practical, but they're more environmental issues, so to speak. So it's like things in your current situation or circumstances are creating, that's it, it's circumstantial, that's the word I'm looking for, in terms of like what you're feeling as your obstacles right now. And because it's circumstantial, then the solutions are clear. You know, how do you deal with the inner turbulence that you're feeling? Faith. You know, how do you find the right partnerships that you're looking for? You use your intuition and you deepen your sense of awareness. You know, how do you address the lack of money or the fear of lack of money? You continue to work on your security, consistency. How do you overcome your fear about the changes in your life? Faith again. You know, it is this card. The other thing you're reluctant to do, resting in your beliefs, you know, knowing. It's interesting because your energy here says, you know, you can create it. But I guess what you're feeling energetically and what's reflected in your world is different. So it's like your obstacles are there, but maybe they're even energizing you to feel like this, to say, I can be successful, I can do change, I can make things happen. So maybe that's why your advice, okay, I feel like I get it. Your advice is on a tangent to the obstacles I described, because your advice speaks to this energy. Your advice is about, well, how can you get the deeper awareness? Because the deeper awareness goes beyond the circumstantial stuff for you. It goes to the root, the soul, the deep core issues. And your core issue right now, the core issue right now is, Aquarius, a mother wound, a feminine energy of some kind here. This is the Cancer full moon energy that we've just come through, that is activating your fears of abandonment, your fears of rejection, your fears of not being loved, like, and you have to feel in your own life what specific areas those are. You know, like, is it specifically the mother, like you having issues with attachment to your actual mother, or is it more, you know, trust or distrust with the women in your life, for example? Does it manifest as that? Is it about not trusting your that you can share your emotions? You know, it's all these, you have to feel out what this represents. But this is a wound for you. This is a wound. This has you in bondage, in entrapment. This is part of this karmic cycle I'm talking to you about, that you need deeper awareness on this month. That's why the Cancer full moon is illuminating gently. You know, the moon's light is a reflection of the sun's light. It is gently illuminating these issues so that you can deal with the glare, so you can look at it in a softer light than the very harsh revealing light of the sun. You're not ready for that. So it's saying you need to deal with the wounded energy that relates to nurturing, care, mothering, freedom to love, trust, security, home, all these things. And then here, this is about moving on. And I feel like you are not to move on. I think that is why you're having this level of bondage here, but also that it's in reverse, in the sense of the bondage is an illusion. It isn't actually a bondage for you, but that you are having to deal with this because it is part of this journey to deeper awareness. So your card of Six of Swords of moving on is in reverse, because actually the universe doesn't want you to run from this wound. It wants you to feel deeply into it and heal it by expressing it, by acknowledging, bringing awareness. That's how you heal. Bringing awareness is how you heal things, you know. That's why talking therapies are so useful, because it brings things from your subconscious to your conscious mind, and in the light of the awareness of that process, you find your freedom and your healing. So it's about bringing awareness to this wound, not running from it. And once you've done that, okay, it will bring an ending to that karmic cycle. It will end it. This is the death card. It will bring an ending to you feeling stuck. Duality on 2 levels. You've got two cards here. 2 of Swords and 2 of Pentacles. This is you being stuck internally on both levels. Remember, this is your deepest soul consciousness. So you are stuck in, let's start with the Pentacles. You are stuck between 2 types of situations, let's say 2 energies. You of course are stuck between these 2 energies that I've talked to you about. Building with another person, or continuing to build by yourself because you're fearful. That's this. But you're also stuck here, and this card, this 2 of Swords, is about a block of energy. This is you trying to keep this very Cancer / Scorpio / Pisces energy at bay. You don't want to feel too deeply into this. This is blocking the heart, head over heart, blocking the flow of this wound that needs healing. This also relates to what I was saying about Page of Cups and you not wanting to go too deep. That's this energy. I'll let a little love, a little water, a little pleasure trickle through, a little fun, a little affection, but ultimately I'm trying to stay in control of it. You need to end that. It's not serving you. Being stuck in that duality, that backing and forthing, is not serving you. And the way to do it is by bringing the awareness to this wound, you know, and finding your freedom from the ways that it seems like a bondage to you, the ways that this kind of love and connection and involvement seems like bondage. It isn't bondage in the way you think it is, and the bondage for you, Aquarius, is in running from it. And guys, look, please, I don't want to keep saying to you every month, can you allow divine love into your life? So I need you to do it so we can move on to some other messages. I would like to share some other things with you. If you are unsure about what this looks like, who this is, where, the details of this, what's blocking you, get a personal reading from me or from someone else you resonate. Get to the bottom of this, because collectively it keeps coming up for the Aquarius archetype. If some of you who've already got readings from me, I've told you what you need to do. Do it. Okay, stop hesitating, get on with it. I love you, Aquarius, truly, and I'm wishing you a very happy new year. If you would like to get a reading from me, remember I'm doing 15% off. It's nicoleblack.com/services, and I will see you next month. Mwah, much love.